Hello you guys, we have a lot of news this week, but before we start, check out this cool picture by American AF. Ready? Tesla. Tesla released its Q4 results. The company made $7.2 billion in revenue and $1.68 per share. Tesla delivered GAAP net income of $139 million. This is the fourth profitable quarter in Tesla's history and second in a row. Tesla's losses for the year account for $1 billion, 2 times less than in 2017. In the fourth quarter, the company delivered more than 27,000 Model S and X and more than 63,000 Model 3s. In 2018, Tesla delivered almost 99,500 S's and X's and about 140,000 Model 3s. It came down to 245,000 cars for the year. Tesla claims that Model 3 gross margin in Q4 remained stable at more than 20%. The company has $3.7 billion in the bank. Nevertheless, the market was not impressed with these results and shares dropped 6%. Tesla has huge plans for 2019. By the end of the year, Musk still expects to achieve full autonomy. The company is expecting to deliver between 360 and 400,000 cars in 2019, and the expected capital expenditures are only $2.5 billion, which is doubtful since the company is building a third Gigafactory, tries to produce more Model 3 vehicles, and show new models as well. Let's go over all of that. By the end of the year, Tesla is planning to produce 10,000 Model 3s a week, 7,000 in its Fremont factory, and 3,000 at a Gigafactory in China. Tesla also claims that they're planning to start volume production of an affordable SUV, Model Y, by the end of 2020, likely at Gigafactory 1. The good news is, everyone expected that Tesla will start producing their next model by the end of next year and slowly ramp up production in 2021. On the other hand, the likely comment about where the car will be produced throws shade on the company's plan to reach volume production this fast, especially if they're planning to start constructing the production line for Model Y this year. Although, Gigafactory 1 is to be expected, since it cuts on the cost of transporting parts from Nevada. Elon Musk mentioned that Tesla can show their pickup this summer. There haven't been any other announcements, and the date is not set. Tesla probably fast-tracked their pickup program because of the growing competition, like Rivian that recently showed its pickup. With all the talk about Tesla's financial state, a lot of people have missed that the company is actively working on making their service better and auto-detecting issues in their cars. The company is focusing on making their mobile service fleet bigger, and now consists of 411 vehicles around the world. They're also advancing their mobile app, so that customers can quickly arrange service, pickup, and delivery. The company is also working on live issue detection to automatically call a tow truck and a loaner vehicle before the car even comes to a stop. Musk says that customers can cancel it right away if they feel like it's not necessary, but this way, Tesla is trying to automate their emergency services. The company also made a decision to store more car parts at the service centers to bring service time down. The parts used to be stored in distribution warehouses, which made even simple repairs last for days. Fun fact, Tesla is the only automaker to operate its own service centers. They've opened 27 more stores and service centers in Q4, bringing their total number to 378 around the world. Musk said that the company is determined to increase their service coverage in North America due to the significant growth of their fleet after Model 3 came out. The company had problems with their service in Norway before, and a lot of people expected to see the same in North America. Tesla's CFO Deepak Ahuja is retiring. A rising star, Zach Corcoran, who's recently been made Vice President of Finance, will take his place. Ahuja mentioned that he will still be an outside advisor to the company, and Musk said he hopes to work with him for years to come. Tesla is updating their lineup and production. They're launching cheaper versions of Model S and X with the same batteries that will be software limited. The company is moving away from their old naming scheme and is going ahead with what they did for Model 3. So now they will have the standard S and X versions with a battery locked at 92%. The same vehicles but with 100% battery capacity now cost $1,000 less, $93,000 and $96,000. S and X performance models are priced at $112,000 and $177,000, and you'll have to pony up another $20,000 for a ludicrous update. Tesla will sell a CCS adapter for Model S and X in their online store so that their European customers could take advantage of the growing infrastructure in the same way their Model 3 customers do. When will the adapter be available is still unknown. The online store now features new keybands for Model S, X, and 3 priced at $18 a pop. The company Tesloop once again shared data about using a Model X in their service. The car passed 350,000 miles mark and the original battery has degraded by 13%. The company offers ride-sharing between cities and visits supercharger stations 4 times a day on the regular. And you have to understand that quick charging affects the battery more than regular home charging, thus it would have probably degraded less. Tesloop also mentions that the car's interior is still in very good condition even after 7,000 customers. Tesla started officially selling Model 3s in China and have announced a cheaper version as well. Sales began with performance and all-wheel drive long-range models, and Tesla now adds rear-wheel drive model to the list as well. 50 Tesla owners, mostly Model 3, came to Baton Willow Track to take part in Tesla Corsa event by Unplugged Performance. For many of them, this is a rare opportunity to see what their car is really capable of and to test truck mode that's only available on Model 3s for now. Consumer Reports released data from a survey which measures how happy car buyers are with the car they own. Model 3 took the top spot, beating Porsche 911 that traditionally was one of the most loved cars. Model S also got the spot in the top 10, taking 5th place. Toyota recently admitted that Tesla affected Prius sales. It turns out that the company lost 9% of its clients in Northern America to other car brands, and about half of them are Prius owners that have gone to Tesla. Tesla's pushing 6 new bills to help them sell their vehicles directly to customers. To this day, the company is not allowed to do this in more than half a dozen states because of the laws that protect dealerships from competition against their automakers. Tesla showed its bot robot. Its name is Groot, and it tests car seats. It's capable of doing 40,000 cycles, which amounts to 12 years of use. Plus, it does it in blue jeans, so that consumers who go with ultra-wide seats won't have anything to worry about. After problems Tesla had with their supplier, they took over seat production, and Groot is just one of the cool robots that Tesla has now. Elon Musk wrote a blog post reminding that Tesla patents are open to anyone who wishes to use them. Back in 2014, Musk said that he views patents as a lottery ticket to a lawsuit. He says that patents only protect the big companies and are standing in the way of innovation, so they took all the patents off the walls and promised not to sue those who use them in good faith. Elon believes that Tesla cannot handle mass EV production on their own, enough to address the carbon crisis, and Tesla's real competition are gasoline cars and not the companies that produce electric vehicles, so this move is necessary to fight them. A new Tesla patent recently became public. It is for a new battery cell that is not only cheaper and has an increased life cycle, but also has an increased charging and discharging. Jeff Dunn, together with his research group, made a new battery system based on 2 additive electrolyte systems. The new mixtures can be used with NMC batteries that a lot of automakers use, but not Tesla. Tesla uses this technology in their stationary storage systems, but uses NCA batteries for their cars. Brooke Archer is a first responder training expert that used to work with Tesla on dismantling their cars to help first responders better understand what to do with the electric car in an accident. He now partnered with Fremont Fire Department and Reno Fire to dismantle Model 3. He says that it is very different from Model S and X, and since high voltage cables are concentrated in one place, it makes them easier to avoid. The Ukrainian website tweeted a picture to Elon saying that they got Model S to Mars, a village in Ukraine, and beat him to it. A Reddit user showed a video and said that Model 3 saw a car in a snowstorm before he did, applied emergency braking, and stabilized the car when he swerved right. And this is a part of the video where Tesla Autopilot is tested on a road that is covered with snow with no visible lines. Check out the link in the description to see the whole video. Tesla Energy. Tesla Energy Q4 results show that the company set up 225 megawatt-hours of stationary storage, which is 6% less than in the previous quarter, and 57% more than in the fourth quarter of 2017, and 75 megawatt worth of solar panels. SpaceX. Elon Musk shared Raptor engine pictures. The engine was brought to Texas for fire testing. It'll be used for Starship prototype during hopper tests. Initially, it'll have 200 metric tons of thrust, which is 2.3 times more than a Merlin engine. But next versions will be split into 250 tons for a sea-level thrust-optimized engine, and a vacuum-optimized engine will have a specific impulse of 380 seconds. The top part of a starhopper is still in a hangar, which makes it hard for us to try to spy on it. And this is one of the last times Mr. Steven got to try to catch a fairing on the west coast before it goes to the east coast. Wait for it. Thank you for watching. We hope you liked our video. We'll be back with more news next week. Please subscribe to our channel and leave comments below.